everyone, Spaz here. There probably was no better decade to grow up in than the 90s. I mean, just look at what we had. Two of the greatest Nintendo consoles, some incredible bands, and of course, the movies. One of them being Jurassic Park. And this film had everything, from a great story to such real and amazing special effects that have aged incredibly well, even after almost 20 years. It's fun, adventurous, and quite possibly the greatest dinosaur movie ever made. So how do you take that and make it into a theme park attraction? Pretty easily. See, it was during the film's production when the initial planning for the ride began. A full 3 years before its release. Because this was still when a Spielberg film was not only a hit, but good. Still, Universal's impressive amount of faith paid off. And on June 21st, 1996, Jurassic Park the Ride opened to the public with a star-studded ribbon-cutting ceremony. Attendees included Jeff Goldblum and old Stevie himself. And to commemorate the occasion, they had him sign a stone plaque. But just like any good director, he had them fix it in post. You know, maybe I should move somewhere else. Much better. What? Okay, so I'm afraid of the ride. I know that may seem a bit irrational, but it legitimately terrifies me. Even to the point where I've never been on it. But I'm not going to let that stop me from reviewing this. Because even though I may not have been on the ride, but other people have, and posted the footage online. So, if you'll excuse me. So here's the premise. Jurassic Park opened as per John Hammond's original plan. That is, without one of his disgruntled employees shutting the security systems down to cover his tracks. And the river adventure was one of its many premier attractions.
Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah, that's how it always starts. But then later there's running and screaming.
And too right he is, because after getting an awe-inspiring glimpse at the two species seen at the start of the first and second movies, even though this opened a year before The Lost World did. I don't think Disney magic applies here, does it? A Parasaurolophus bursts out of the water and knocks the boat off course towards the raptor pen, which has seen better days. Soon after that, the boat then passes by another boat, being torn to shreds by a Dilophosaurus. Then... Come on, pull it together, pull it together, pull it together. Okay. So the boat then passes by a couple Dilophosaurus that lunge out and spit at you. After that, it goes up a lift into the water treatment facility where a pack of raptors surround the boat. Then after a short drop, a T-Rex crashes through the ceiling, biting down at the boat. Then after it turns its final corner, a countdown begins. Then you come face to face with the massive beast, and the only way to escape is... Okay. Do you want to know why I'm terrified of this ride? That thing! Housed within this 12-story tall building is the ride's climactic 84-foot plunge. And if you don't think that's worth batting an eye at, allow me to put it in perspective. At the time of its opening, it was the tallest drop ever built for a water ride, dwarfing even Disneyland's time-tested Flume. This drop is so intense that Steven Spielberg, the man who saw this project through from beginning to end, can't even ride it from beginning to end. Of course, that's due to a minor medical issue, but still, Call me irresponsible, call me a wuss, I don't care. I would rather ride Splash Mountain 100 times over before I even dream of getting on that thing. But still, from what I saw from the footage, it does look pretty amazing. The fact that this remains the most expensive theme park attraction ever built doesn't surprise me at all, because let's be honest here, Spielberg wouldn't have it any other way. The whole thing looks as if it was ripped right from the film celluloid with its lush scenery and of course the dinosaurs themselves, which, I will admit, far surpass the likes of Disney's audio animatronics. In most cases.
Helps. It is difficult.
Beat that. And if you're like me and are constantly on the hunt for Easter eggs, this has its fair share of really clever ones, some more obvious than others.
Heavy armor plating protects these great beasts from savage predators of the period.
The voice you're now hearing is Richard Kiley. We spared no expense.
Overall, this is an incredible example of theme park amusement at its highest standard, and it should be experienced by everyone. Including me. But that I can remedy right now. So until next time, I'm Spazmaster. Later.